So, who wants to start?
What do you want to start with?
I was leaving it up to you guys.
Gia?
Let's try to go in sequential order. So let's do All-Star game first. All-Star weekend, actually.
That dunk contest with Buddha. That's all I know.
Shout out Obi Toppin for winning it. But
For sure.
That was one of the worst dunk contests in history.
yep. Cole Anthony just did like a normal dunk that he had Tim's on. Like that was a dunk. Come on now.
I mean, that was one of the best dunks outside of Obi Toppin.
Yep. It's a nice little tribute.
Last I checked, there was a time limit on the dunk contest. What happened there?
They switched those rules, bro. It made it so bad.
Oh, for sure.
Like, bro, if we could go back to the Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine dunk contest days,
3 attempts. Just 3
Wait.
attempts.
Bro, Jalen Green had 5 attempts to do 1 windmill. Like, what?
Ridiculous. Hated it.
If it was just the Bulls doing the dunk contest, that would be more exciting. Zach
Yeah.
LaVine, Derrick Jones Jr.,
Mm-hmm.
Alex Caruso,
Facts.
Patrick
I mean-
Williams, maybe.
DeRozan, he's not a dunker, but he can dunk.
Exactly. I feel like that would have been more entertaining than the actual dunk contest was.
I agree. But outside of the dunk contest, the All-Star weekend itself, I like it.
Mm.
I like the new skills challenge. That was fun to watch.
You
Loved
saw
it.
DJ Khaled.
Yeah, that was not fun to watch. I literally tweeted when it happened. He is out there getting carried. All he's doing out there is screaming.
I love the fact that Luda came out of hiding. That was the best part about it. To see Luda up there on a stage again like that, it's great to see.
Facts.
Last time he performed, sorry.
No, go ahead. You're good.
Last time Lula performed that I saw was at the New York State Fair, right?
That was he performed that, yeah. I was there.
I was there too. It was a good time.
It's great.
New York State Fair. Good times.
Yep.
But
But,
I mean, the 3-point contest, that was kind of surprising. I did not expect Catch to come up with 29.
That boy a
No.
shooter.
Go
Best
ahead,
big man shooter, right?
Yeah. Well,
Exactly.
according to himself, yes.
So,
Hey, he proved it. That's all that matters.
right. Just if he was just talk, then
Yeah.
obviously, it would be funny, but this is a serious topic. Like, he could honestly be the best big man shooter ever. So,
Mm-hmm. I mean, the only one I can see like competing with him is Jokic and Embiid, and Embiid's not a great 3-point shooter.
right. But I'm saying, like, all time ever, you got Dirk, you got Kevin Love, you got those guys.
Yeah.
You
Chris
got
Bosh.
Chris Bosh. I
Bosh,
was
he
about
could
to say
shoot.
Chris Bosh. Yeah. So,
That's true.
got great.
Shout out to Stephen Curry for helping them out before the 3-point shootout, though. Giving them some tips.
Facts. But I'm honestly surprised Steph didn't do it.
Yeah, for real.
Like
He's already got the record, though.
yeah, that's true. But I love when he's in it. It just makes it so much more fun.
I feel like it's more competitive, too, because
Yeah.
Stephen
Exactly.
Curry shoots lights out.
Facts. And when him and Claire are in it, that's just so competitive. But what'd you think of the All-Star game itself?
I thought it was a good game to watch. Brown did this thing at the end to win the game for them, but it was all Stephen Curry.
Facts, bro. That was insane to watch. He could not miss. It was to the point where I thought that half-court shot he shot was going to go in.
Yep. The boy John Morant had one of the nicest dunks, I would say, too.
Yeah, that
On that
360, bro. Yeah.
He showed that he is the best dunker in the league just by that one dunk. That's all he had to do was one dunk and show us, man. That's crazy because his head was at the rim too when he did that.
Bro, I wish he would go in the dunk contest. That'd be so fun to watch.
Yep.
But none of these stars do because like people get hurt.
That plus he says there's no competition. What's Why do
That's
I have
true.
to put myself through that if it's not going to be fun? You know what
True.
I'm saying?
It'd be a
He knows
cakewalk.
he's going to win.
The only person who could compete with him is Obi Toppin, but like it still wouldn't be that close.
Not even close. Aaron Gordon would be the closest, I feel like. Zach LaVine, maybe, right?
Yeah,
But I feel
they're
like
both
Obi
dumb.
Toppin's like dunking ability is more like Aaron Gordon. So that's why I
Yeah.
said Aaron Gordon first. But
I agree. But the game itself, I liked it. It was just fun to watch Curry do his thing. Dude could not miss.
he was shooting 40 footers like it was nothing.
For real. Every time he
So-
pulled up, you thought it was going in.
Right.
Bro, I was so mad he didn't get 50 though. Oh,
He did get 50. He didn't get, I think, what was it, 53?
53 for the record.
yeah. Right. I was so mad he didn't get the record, bro. And he
Bro,
kept shooting too.
If that was a regular season game, he's got the game record for most threes in the game.
Right.
Facts.
He could do that, but why would he, you know?
He doesn't need to. He got Clay now back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like, come on. That's not basketball.
No.
That's just like, yo, I'm the best shooter. This is what I can do. So,
It's also our weekend too, you know.
right.
And
He's
for being
never
honest,
taken
no one plays defense in that game until like the last quarter.
They were playing defense up on him, shooting those shots. I was shocked he was making some of those shots with a hand in his face.
Bro, the only person who was playing defense was Giannis. And that's because Giannis is Giannis.
Yes, sir. Giannis don't take no days off.
Facts. He's like,
Well,
nah, this is an
DeJounte was playing
all-star
some
game.
D, right?
Yeah, DeJounte was too.
So,
Bro, I wish we saw some more players though, like Jimmy Butler. He only played for like 2 minutes.
I
right.
don't think that was Jimmy Butler's choice though.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
But it also sucks
Well,
that CP3 had to get hurt like right before the game, so he couldn't play.
Yep.
Do you think he tried to dunk?
CP3?
Yeah.
No, that was an obvious layup attempt. The dude has no bunnies.
No, I'm saying before the game. Like, do you think he tried to dunk and he hurt his thumb?
No, he heard it, but he had heard it in the game before the All-Star break. He just didn't know
Oh, he
it was
did?
that bad. Yeah.
Got
Mm-hmm. But 4 to 8 weeks, that's gonna be tough for the Suns.
They're off to a good start, getting a dub over OKC.
Yeah, but that's the OKC though.
OKC.
Yeah. Like when they start facing the real comp, like their schedule is not that easy. It's gonna be hard
Mhm.
because Chris Paul, he doesn't score, but he runs the offense so well.
You gotta hope D-Book can be on one for these couple of
Exactly.
weeks.
But like he's gonna have to run the point and score. Like that's not easy.
No.
You got something to say, Gio?
I was gonna say, like, is Peyton still playing, or is he hurt?
No, I think Payne. I think his name is Payne. I think he's playing.
Payne, yeah, Payne, Alfred Payne, right?
Yeah, I think it's like something like that. Cameron Payne.
Cameron Payne, yeah.
Yeah, he's playing.
Okay, he's no scrub. Like,
No, he's not bad.
he's
but-
a great basketball player.
He's an on and off type player.
He's a very good hustler, where he's like a Marcus Smart, and he'll play defense against your best guy
That's
and
true.
still be able to score possibly. So
That's true, but obviously Booker's going to be their number one option.
obviously, I'm just saying you don't have a scrub behind CP3. You got a good player in
Yeah.
Payne, so
That's true. But also James. Speaking of debuts, James Harden making his debut tomorrow.
Yep.
It's going to be fun to watch.
We'll be able to see how the offense flows with him and Embiid.
Facts. And don't forget about Tobias Harris too. He's going to get more open looks now.
And hopefully he can do something with that too. He's been looking mediocre with that
Yeah.
big bag.
I mean, he's been hit or miss this year.
Mhm.
Like when he's on, they win, but when he's off, they lose. Which is
He
kind
has
of. Go ahead.
he has no middle, I would say, either. Like it's either he's good or he's not doing nothing for you.
Yeah, and that's why Embiid has had to carry so much, like he has had to.
Mhm.
Like I feel like Tobias Harris hasn't panned out the way they expected him to. But they can't trade him because his contract is so big.
Yep. If they were to trade him, I feel like they would not be able to get the same value for Tobias Harris either.
No, because
They'd have to get like
he's older than he was when they got him. He was like 25 when they got him, and now he's like 28.
yep.
So I don't know. They're not going to get a young player for him. They'd have to get like a middle of the pack player
Facts.
or just picks at that point. I just wait and see how it would play out with Harden because Harden's going to get him open looks. Like the defense is going to draw to Harden and Embiid. It's just a matter of if he can hit the looks.
Yep. I think it's going to be entertaining. I really want to see how their defense does with James Harden playing too.
Yeah.
Because
Simmons to Harden is a great offensive step up, but defensive is a step back.
yeah, like Ben Simmons, as much trash as he gets for how he played, he was still bringing defense. He was a defensive, like, I would say defensive first team type talent.
Yeah. I mean, Trae Young didn't beat the Hawks. Like Simmons beat the Sixers.
Yeah, legit. So I want to see how that looks mainly.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for Simmons to make his debut. They still don't know when though.
Yeah.
He said he wants to make it March 6th against the Sixers, bro. If that happens,
that's gonna be crazy. That's in Philly too, right? Or is that
I think, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bro's gonna get booed so hard too.
Yeah.
But like if he comes out and proves them all wrong, bro, that'd be so fun to watch.
I'm hoping he can hit some middies too, or like some like anything out of the restricted zone, just a jump shot. I
Yeah,
feel like that would
facts.
just be a big.
I mean, I saw something
Yeah,
I saw something on Instagram that said like he was working on it with Kyle Korver. Like that's a great person to work on your jump shot with.
great player to be working on a jump shot with. One of the best 3-point shooters of all time.
Like he doesn't have to make threes. Like you said, it's just mid-rangers.
Yeah,
And don't be scared
like,
to shoot, especially in a big stage.
Yep. Be aggressive. Look for your shots.
Like I know you got Kevin Durant and Kyrie, but like still, you can still look for your shots.
Yeah, like especially in fast break, I feel like that's where he was best at.
Yeah.
If he's got the matchup on the fast break, don't necessarily pass it out. I'm excited for it though.
Same. It's gonna be fun to watch.
Brooklyn
anything
needs someone to get healthy.
Wait, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
Brooklyn needs someone to get healthy though. All right,
Facts.
go ahead, Jeff.
Facts. Because Kevin Durant, bro, he's still like on the mend. They don't know when he's gonna be back. But I mean, like Gio said, the vax mandate it might be lifted. So Kyrie might be able to play every game soon.
Facts. And that's gonna be scary.
Yeah. Go ahead, Gio.
So with the 76ers, right, you get an offensive like minded player in James Harden, right?
Mhm.
And as you guys are saying, the defense isn't there.
Yeah.
But what I thought was a great pickup to add depth to the big man spot was the Willie Cauley-Stein 10-day contract they just picked up. I think that they're going to extend his contract, maybe another 10-day, and then obviously play him through the rest of the season if he plays well.
Yeah.
So I think that's a great pickup to add the depth behind Joel Embiid since they
traded Drummond.
Yeah, right, exactly. They traded Drummond, so I feel like that's a great pickup along. But like you guys said, where's the defense in that team? Because you lost Seth Curry and a great defensive player. You lost Ben Simmons. So where's the defense now? Just Joel Embiid, right? So it's gonna be tough.
Like if anything stops that team, it's gonna be defense. That's what I feel like.
They got decent defenders still though. Matisse is a nice little defensive wing.
Yeah, but that's why they didn't want to get rid of Matisse either, because like the dude's good. He hustles.
Mm-hmm. He's a better fit alongside Harden, I would say, too, than Seth Curry would be.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
I agree.
But
Tobias Harris, I mean, Harris isn't a bad defender either.
No.
I
would say he's like an average defender. Not elite, but not like poor.
Yeah.
But like average.
But it's either going to be defense that stops him or just egos.
True. If Harden don't like how it's playing now, he might just get lazy again.
Exactly. That's what I'd be afraid of if my team traded for Harden. I'd be like, bro, what if it doesn't work? Then he's just going to want out.
Yep.
But for the 76ers, more news with the 76ers, right? It just came out saying that Embiid wanted Bradley Beal to be traded to the 76ers before the James Harden trade happened. Who do you guys think would be a better fit with Joel?
Personally, I feel like it's Harden, to be honest, because he can run the point better than Bradley Beal can.
I would agree with that. I would say Harden's a better fit because Harden's go-to is like the pick and roll and make something off of that.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, Bradley Beal, I feel like is more of like a ISO kind of ball where it's like, all right, I'll create my own shot or I'll get a bucket off of that, leaving like Embiid to just kind of sit there for a little bit.
Yeah, he's more of an off-ball type person. He can't have the ball in his hands. And plus, it wouldn't have worked out anyway because now he's on the bench for the rest of the season.
True.
Right. True.
So it worked out for the best. And honestly, I feel like Embiid just said that not knowing that Harden was on the block.
Right.
What do you think though, Gia?
I
Okay.
honestly, I would have to lean towards Harden more just because of the pick and roll, but I honestly feel like Brad would be a better teammate towards everyone else, like a better all-around team player. That's what I feel like, though.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's well known that Harden isn't a good teammate. It's just he's an insane player which makes up for it.
Well, he is a good teammate in the fact that he will, put up the assists. But I honestly feel like Brad would put more like the team ahead of your own stats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
Like
not
Brad
Harden.
wants to win more
Yeah.
than putting up 40 and 10. So
And Brad's loyal too. So if it went bad, he would stay. But like if
Exactly.
one thing goes wrong, you know what's happening with Harden.
Right. For sure.
I agree with you. I feel like Beal's more of a team. Like I think Harden's on court playability would be better, like team wise. But I think team chemistry, like in the locker rooms, like outside of practice and the actual games, I feel like the team chemistry would be better with Bradley Beal. I just feel like he has a better connection with everyone too.
Yeah, I agree. But you wanted to talk about top 75 ranking, Gio?
Yeah, we can do that if you want.
Well, what were your thoughts on it?
I was just disappointed in the fact that Shaq wasn't top 10.
Yeah, me and Rohan were talking about that earlier this week, and I was like, the fact that he's not top 10, that's just not right. Like he's one of the best centers in the league, and you're not going to put him top 10.
Right. And to add on to that, I heard some conversations go on. I don't want to say like anyone, but like they were saying how they believe Shaq should be in there over Tim Duncan. Like for the understanding that they both should be in top 10. Both of them.
Yeah.
Not just one, but both should be in top 10. So
They both should be.
yeah.
And at Kobe, all three of those guys should be in the top 10, and Kobe and Tim are, but Shaq's not.
Right. And for the fact that Kobe's number 10.
Yeah,
that doesn't sit well with me either.
They had Tim Duncan above him, which I mean, accolades, yeah, but player and talent-wise, no.
Do you want to add anything to that, Say, before I move forward?
I think it's hard to put Kobe at 10. I don't know how he's not top 5 or like 7 at the very least, I would say. I understand some accolades with some players, put them above others. But like Kobe changed the game. Like even to this day, there's still everyone repping the Mamba mentality and stuff like that. I don't understand how that alone doesn't put him like higher up. But then he also has 5 rings, accolades, and the type of player he should just be boosted up way more.
If you look at the top 5, I think like Oscar Robertson is closer to it than Kobe, which I mean, like Kobe had more accolades than Oscar anyway.
Yeah,
Oscar was ranked number 8, I do believe, 8 or 9.
The only reason Oscar is like that high is because of the triple-double record that got broke, but that's why.
Which was great, and he's an amazing player.
Yeah,
but at the same time,
not better than Kobe, in my opinion.
Right, but here's the thing: like, I feel like from 90 to 2005, should be weighted differently than any other era, just because of the defensive play and then the offensive creativity you had within that time era, where everyone was starting to shift and start like using street ball movements in their offensive game, and then also the defense was insane, where you had such a physicality in defense, and it was so competitive that it was just hard for everyone, unless you were like Shaq, Kobe, MJ, one of the elites, right?
Dwayne
So
Wade.
Dwayne Wade, Tim Duncan, you know, so all those guys I feel like should be weighted differently than I would say Kareem, than Wilt, because Wilt was taller, more athletic than anyone, in the NBA at that time. Whereas for Kobe and Shaq and MJ, you had AI, you had, the bad boy Pistons, you had to go through the Jazz, all these other great, amazing teams. Patrick Ewing and the Knicks, although they didn't do so well, they were still a fantastic team. So it just should be weighted differently. So I feel like through that time period, those guys should be ranked higher and be able to climb the ladder, so to speak, where like they climb over Wilt. Like Kobe should climb over Wilt, in my opinion, just because of the difficulty in the time period. So
Yeah, I agree because they weigh it the same, but like it's such a different game nowadays than it was back then.
right, I would say you got the 70s and 80s higher than now, from 2005 to now, basically, because it's all offense, I would say, for the most part.
Yeah,
At least back then, you had defense and the physicality. The 90s through 2005, you had the offensive game with a 3-point, being, implemented, and you had the defense. So,
yeah. You got anything you want to say, Saya?
About the time period was.
Yeah.
anything 75, anything you want.
That boy Curry was 16, right?
I can check real quick.
I'm not sure, to be honest. I just saw the top 10.
What NBA list are we talking about? Are we talking about the athletic one, or are we talking about ESPN?
I'm on ESPN.
ESPN, all right.
That is kind of wild to me.
So what did you think about the decades when I'm looking this up?
With the decades thing, I can see what you're saying. I understand that. I just think it's harder when it comes to the tier list. I would say you have to think about that in terms of comparing players to players. But I also think it's tough to do that since you can't put LeBron in MJ's era or Wilt's era to like see how LeBron would do in those eras. You can't put like Wilt or Jordan in LeBron's current era. But it's just a difficult thing to kind of test out to know for a fact on. But that's also why it's great. It's all opinion based.
That is true. But MJ himself said that he would struggle like crazy in today's NBA.
Yeah.
Dang, they got Dame number 75.
Yeah.
Yeah, Curry.
So did you find it? Was Curry number 16?
I'm looking, yeah. Hold up. What the heck? Dang, Melo's 69? Bro, what?
They have my boy Dwayne number 30.
But yeah, this list, now that I'm looking at it, not that great.
No, not at all.
Like, I just saw the top 10, but they had Melo at 69. And Anthony Davis at 71, which is fine because Anthony Davis is still playing. But, like, 69 for Melo? Come on.
Where would you put Giannis, Jake, roughly?
Like, in the entire list.
Yeah, is he top 25, would you say, right now in his career?
I would say so, yeah.
Would you say top 20?
I would go as far as saying top 20, yes.
They have him as 18.
Seriously?
Yeah, that's wild. Over Kevin Garnett, Charles Barkley.
I wouldn't put him over those boys.
David Robinson's below him.
Yeah, I wouldn't put him that over those guys though.
Chris Paul too. That's kind of wild.
No, Barkley and
Oh.
Garnett, Giannis is still playing too, but like they're still better than him right now.
There's got to be some projection wise, right? Like they project
Yeah.
Giannis to be top 18.
They have to do it.
Yeah.
They have to be like, oh, he's still playing. He'll be better than them eventually.
That's
the only
what
way.
I believe they did with Damian Lillard, right?
Yeah, he's 75.
There are better, I would say, with better accolades like Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson, Dwight Howard, any one of those guys.
Tracy McGrady.
Better accolades and same talent base, I would say, as Dame. So
You said that you didn't agree that Tracy McGrady wasn't on it either. Like that's crazy too.
That's ridiculous. I thought that was automatic. He should be top 75, like no doubt about it. Same with Vince Carter. Like you cannot have those two guys off that list, along with Dwight Howard.
Yeah, I was gonna say same with Dwight Howard, bro. Like, look at what he did in his rookie season and on. Sure, he's not that great now, but he's not awful.
Right.
Orlando Dwight Howard was a monster.
Exactly, and you don't have him on the list. Like what? Yeah, but Curry was 16. He's over Giannis.
That's kind of wild.
I don't know.
Check this out, right?
Yeah. Go ahead, Gio.
He's an NBA champion, 8-time NBA All-Star, 8-time All-NBA team honoree, 5-time All-Defensive Team member, and 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. Along with going to the finals and beating a LeBron James-led team when he was in Orlando.
By himself, pretty much.
By himself, just like when Shaq did it.
Yeah, I just don't understand how you don't have him on the list.
I personally, I'm sorry to say this, but I would put him over Anthony Davis right now.
Yeah, I mean the fact that they put players on who are still playing, that's kind of crazy. Like these guys are still playing, they're still building their legacy. Why can't you put old players who are retired?
Right, or who already, had a career like Dwight Howard. Although he is still playing, he had an amazing career with all these accolades. You're projecting Anthony Davis to do all this. I imagine when they come out with the 100, the 100 list.
Yeah.
That we're going to see a huge change in players. We're going to see Anthony Davis come down. We're going to see Dwight Howard move up. We're going to see Tracy McGrady move up. We're going to see Damian Lillard move down.
Honestly, I feel like they're going to keep it the same way and just add 15 new players.
Kyrie move up.
Bro.
So,
yeah,
I think the 75 is definitely going to change because when we move to that 100 spot, watch, we're going to see a bunch of players shift because a lot of these players' careers will be cemented. So
that's true. I mean, obviously the 1 and 2 are MJ and LeBron. You always agree with that.
I do agree with that for the most part, yeah.
But like, I just don't understand some of these things. Like Melo at 69, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, for me, it's tough to say because just like Tracy McGrady, right? The talent was there, the basketball play and the IQ, everything was there.
Yeah, I mean, and you have Shaq at 11. He has to be top 10. There's someone in the top 10 who shouldn't be there.
Right, but the accolades were not there, unfortunately.
I mean, Shaq has 4 rings. You can't say the accolades aren't there.
One of the most dominant centers of all time, too.
Like, he's insane.
If you're the most dominant player of all time and have accolades, and you're not in top 10, there's something wrong. Just like when Steph Curry ends his career, you're the greatest shooter of all time. You have changed the game forever. You're going to be in top 10. So,
like Oscar Robertson could easily move back to 11 and Shaq could be like top 5.
Right.
Like Oscar Robertson he's good, but he's not a top 10 overall player in the NBA all time.
Great. No, let's see here real quick. Oscar Robertson, he was an NBA champion, most valuable player, 12-time NBA All-Star, 3-time NBA All-Star Game MVP, 9-time All-NBA First Team, 2-time All NBA second team, NBA Rookie of the Year, 6-time NBA assist leaders. So he does
Yeah.
have the accolades, and he's a champion.
But
But
that's
I
what
would, like you said, the most
they're
dominant plus 4-time champion.
yeah,
Just move him up slightly. That's it.
exactly. Would you guys have Hakeem top 10?
Olajuwon,
Yeah.
that's tough. That's tough.
I would personally.
I would too. And he's at 13.
Like I
I'd
would,
like-
and at the same time I wouldn't, because that's really tough for me because you have all these other great players, right? Like I would say for the top 15, you can make an argument for them to be in the top 10, except for 1 and 2, right?
Yeah.
3 through 15, you can make an argument for any player. It's just the little details in their career, the little accolades that they did, the time era they played in. It's just so like minor that like you can go either way for any player.
That's just the one thing I don't like. They just go off accolades more than talent. But like talent means more than accolades, in my opinion.
Because how would you define the best basketball player, or just what I'm saying, like the best basketball players?
They're like literally unstoppable. There's nothing you can do to stop them.
Exactly. That's exactly how I describe it too. So when you describe Tracy McGrady, unstoppable when he's healthy, unstoppable. When you describe Vince Carter, he was literally like a monster amongst men, unstoppable. Dwight Howard and Shaq, unstoppable. All these guys are unstoppable. Charles Barkley, all the everyone that you can put into that group should overcome all these people are like just with accolades. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I mean, it's not an awful list, but it's not a great list.
there, like any other list, like my list, like your list, there could be adjustments and people would have disagreements with it. And we can discuss about it and we can have understandings.
Yep.
So
Anything you want to add, Saya?
Although I see the list as flawed, I know it's opinion based. So like my list, I could have everyone saying my list is completely terrible, and they could have it completely flipped. So I know it's all opinion based. Like it's not it's not set in stone. The NBA was like, oh yeah, these are the rankings.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's just a nice little talking thing though. It's like, yeah, I think this should have more value than that does. And then there's gonna be other people who say the opposite.
but can I hear your number one player, please?
Mine?
Yeah, yours.
You want realistic, or you want like my real number one?
Your real number one, like realistically.
Yeah, realistic.
All right, Dwayne Wade. All right, hear me out.
Let's hear it.
So D Wade, 2000, he was phenomenal offensively. He had to make the NBA change rules because of how good he was. He would draw fouls. That pump fake was deadly. He would hit you with that pump fake. You jump up. He'd initiate the contact. Foul call every time. So then they had to change the rules. Dwayne Wade, one of the best shot blocking guards of all time, if not the best, in my opinion. I think he is the best. And he, his best season in 2008, I think he averaged like 28 points, something like that. In 2006, he carried Miami back from down 2 games, I think, to win 4 straight, to beat the Mavs, looking like a young GOAT, And then LeBron comes to Miami. D Wade could have been like, yeah, this is Wade County. I am the guy still on this team. But instead, he was like, LeBron, you can have your shine in Miami, as long as it means that we can win rings together. So he's just a team player who put his team above his own accolades, and that's why he's not top 1 on this list.
And one more thing. Why did LeBron James go to Miami?
Because of Dwayne Wade.
That's right.
He's just so talented.
That's right.
Gio, who's your number one?
My number one right now.
Or just all time. Go all time.
No, I'm just saying right now. Because LeBron James's career is not over.
That's true.
I believe if he gets 6 rings, I would put him over Jordan just because of all the other accolades. Although he did go whatever, like he would have to go 6 and 14, 15 if he does go to the finals and wins the next 2, he goes to the finals.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's harder to go to the finals, right? But also Jordan's competition was tougher. So, man, it's tough. Jordan went 6-0. I don't think you can beat that. So Michael Jordan, he's the greatest of all time. And if you want the ball in someone's hands last second to win you a championship, the game, with the laser beams, like Max Kellerman said, with the laser beams down on earth, who you want the ball in, right? Michael Jordan. That's it.
Dwayne Wade.
Or
Kobe.
Or in
Kobe
this
Bryant.
case, Andre Iguodala. But I'm going with Mike all the time. I'm going with Mike. So.
Nah, if I'd put MJ number 1. He's always been my GOAT for the reasons that Gio said. I mean, Dwayne did change the game, yeah. But who do you think of the top 3 shooting guards when you think of shooting guards? You think of MJ, Kobe, and D Wade.
And who do you think of who changed the game? You have the
Jordan.
Michael Jordan gene, the black cat gene is installed into the Mamba mentality, which is installed into LeBron James' mentality. All that is around Michael Jordan's belief system of winning. So
he changed the game. Like, he was insanely good. There was nothing you could do to stop him. He played with the flu and still dropped 40.
But the way he played with the smoothness, how smooth and easy it looked against these supposedly amazing NBA players, one of the greats. I would say, how many of these guys did he play are in top 75? I would say maybe 50, right?
Oh, a lot.
40?
Yeah.
At least 40, I would say. Top 75, and he played against him and won.
Mm-hmm.
That's just an accolade all in itself. So,
yeah, for real. He's just insane. He was insane.
No bias. MJ is number 1. LeBron 2, but LeBron will surpass MJ, I believe.
I got to see LeBron win. I'd say one more chip, and I would put him over him. I'd say I'd put him over him at 5.
So this is the podcast of Thursday, February 24th at 10:46 p.m. Eastern Time. 2022. Nick Saya has said, what'd you say?
LeBron will surpass MJ on the all-time GOAT list as number 1.
You heard it here first. We always come up, we always think of the future. So, you know what's happening over here.
We predicted the Harden trade, so we're fortune tellers.
Exactly.
Harden trade. I almost got the John Wall trade correct.
We're fortune tellers.
I also had the COVID thing getting lifted in New York for Kyrie because I knew that was going to happen for the, it's all about the money. So
Gio's got his inside scoop, man. He's texting Max Kellerman or something.
Hey, yo, me and Woj are tight, so come on.
Thanks.
Me and Welsh have a picture together. Shout out St. Bonaventure.
Oh, do you actually?
Yeah, he's been to 2 Bonnie's games.
Bro, that's sick.
Yeah.
That'd be so cool.
But
that's all the time we got for today. So thank you for watching. See y'all next week.
Yep. Thank you for coming.
Sorry about that. Cliffhanger Gio decided to show up again. Go ahead, Gio. Finish your sentence.
All right, guys. Just want to say thanks, guys, for watching this week's episode. You got some great, insight on the NBA top 75 list, All-Star Weekend. So if you guys like the video, please go down and subscribe, hit the post notifications, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.
Send it to your friends if you like it, bro. We're trying to grow.
Yep.
Peace.
Thank you.